Hello,
Alright.
everybody, and welcome back to our one shots post mortem. Theric does not wake up.
Rip. Well,
The guard tried to stabilize him but failed his check, and the cleric was busy tending to the wounded guards rather than this would be something, 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 something. So, while we are done early, why don't we do a quick post mortem and break down what happened and what you guys thought and what questions you may have and figure it out. So, Nick, any questions about what's going on?
hmm. Well, the way I see it is that the gods would have, the original gods would have only tried to kill me, like if it was the Lord that they were trying to protect. I can't see it being some other god in the keep that they were, trying to protect the honor of by killing me. So I would imagine that the Lord is up to something fishy.
If Lord Oakenshield, the Baron, is somehow involved in this, it's probably better just to let it go, even if we don't understand why. And so they just, tried to cover it up. Um,
Yep.
the perpetrator was not the Baron, but a drunken guard who accidentally knocked a poor street girl unconscious when he was, drunkenly walking through the streets one night and whirled around, hit her with the Baron, but a drunken guard who accidentally knocked a poor street girl unconscious when he was, drunkenly walking through the streets one night and whirled around, hit her with a spear, thinking she was dead because he's drunk off his ass. He just takes her in his cloak and buries her alive out in a cemetery. I don't know if you guys
One,
picked up on that buried alive
yeah, I did.
bit. Okay.
But was he one of the gods from the keep?
Yes, he was.
Hmm. Is he dead now?
I hadn't determined that. I was going to let combat play out and then figure out which one was the guy who did it. But you
I was
killed what? You
killed a few. Five.
four, five?
Three at the wall, and then the two that I turned back on.
Yeah. And one of those is fully dead. Two of those are fully dead. The other three got stabilized.
Ah, bastards.
Um, let's see. He's got like 30 foot soldiers, so that's a 2 out of 30 chance of.
30?
Yeah, he's got
Holy
a
shit.
total of 30 guards, or 30, personal men at arms plus a few knights.
Where were they all holed up inside the keep? Inside the house?
Why or where?
Yeah, where?
Just there's a separate quarters for the soldiers.
Outside of the wall.
No, inside the main building, on the
Oh,
second
okay.
floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the perpetrator has survived.
The perpetrator has survived, so I've achieved nothing.
Yes, you just killed some innocent people.
A meaningless death for a
Mm-hmm.
meaningless man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else to say. I think I got a bit carried away. Like I was saying to Neil in the break that my plan was to. I realized that the only thing that I could have been looking for inside the wall was to catch someone in the act of doing something terrible. So I thought what I'd do is I'd step into the house to see if I could hear any screaming children. And failing that, I was just going to leave. Unfortunately, the alarm spell
Yeah.
was my undoing, and I rolled a 37 as well.
Oh, so close, man. So close. Almost made it over that wall.
I don't like to go out like this.
Nick was telling me this is his first ever character death, so it's
Yeah, it
kind of
feels
a
pretty
special
shitty.
moment.
I play this. It must really suck to lose. Like, I'm not going to be really happy if Malachi dies.
Yeah, that's going to be unfortunate.
Part of the, I guess part of it is that I feel like it was a stupid way to die. I didn't even die for anything meaningful.
Hmm. Anyone out in chat have any questions or comments that you care to share? Was he a Verasi follower? There were no
No,
Verasi followers going on in this story.
I think he meant me maybe,
Ah.
but no, I don't think so. I don't think Tharic put much faith in the gods.
Yeah.
What a miserable life.
Nick, why are you not good at D&D?
I don't know. I knew it was a bad idea, but I was just like, I'll I'll be okay. But I don't know. I got carried away. Carried away. Foolish.
Yeah. They see a guy lop off a guard's head and they still charge at him. He lopped off the last guard's head. Not the.
It's night though. I tell you. Did he wake up and put his suit of armor on?
He hears the alarm, puts on just the breastplate, no other
Oh,
armor.
okay.
So
What level was he?
3,
I could have killed him.
probably.
I could have totally killed him if he'd have missed.
Probably.
What did he roll to hit?
Natural 17, I think, and then +2 for level, +1 for specialization, so a 20 total.
Close. Oh man, I totally could have killed him. I got unlucky on the rolls, you see, because I almost climbed the wall. I kept losing the initiative. I want to roll that other climb check that I could have made. No, there you go. You see, I would have failed that.
But that's not the same roll.
Yeah, I know.
That woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think once I crossed the alarm, it's kind of impossible to escape. Maybe I should have hid down in the cellar.
No. Why didn't the knight stick near the Baron? The Baron has his captain of the guard, and then he also has 3 retainer knights with him. The captain of the guard stayed upstairs. One of the retainer knights came down here. The other 2 were on their way down normal wet method. So 2 guards, all the knights kind of live in the same area near one another. They pop out. Captain of the guard and 1 retainer goes to take care of the Baron. The other 2 head downstairs. Baron looks out over, sees the dude. Captain of the guard pulls him back. Other knight comes over the ledge, lowers himself down. Kind of a strange move, but I figure if you're a 3rd level knight, 3rd level fighter, you can drop 15 feet. You can take a d6 worth of damage to get there. It's what a player character would do, so I figure
it is true.
It's what a knight would do too.
If I jumped out of a window and you were like, you can't do anything because you took damage, it'd be a little bit shitty.
Yeah, but d6 damage from a fall is not that much. I hadn't actually rolled his max HP, but he only took 1 point of damage, so it didn't matter. He had 11 HP, not adjusted for Constitution, and his Constitution was only 11, so he only had 10 HP left. You definitely could have killed him.
I totally would have. I bet you if I got to attack, I would have killed him. What was his AC? He was only his breastplate.
Just the breastplate? I think it's like 14.
Yeah, he totally would have killed him.
Probably.
I attacked that previous round as well, hadn't I? So I would have got 3 attacks.
Yep.
So he would have been. I might have been dead.
Except he hit you first.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, what do you think I should have done?
Information gathering. Instead of assuming right off the bat it was the Baron, maybe ask around town, see if the Baron's got any desires.
But do you not feel like I couldn't wait till morning?
I mean, that's a decision you got to judge for yourself, but there is no evidence to link you to those guards other than the dirt on your hands and the dirt that you tracked into the inn, which they called you on, but, dirty traveler coming into the inn at night.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that's pretty suspicious, though. Some guy shows up in town, goes to both of the inns. Yeah. 2 guards end up dead. I did leave through the window, so...
Yeah.
It could have been all right. Maybe I should have just...
Maybe the cleric would have given you some shelter if things went wrong. He seemed to be on your side.
Yeah.
Some information gathering, trying to figure things out. If you had asked around for the Baron, you would have heard that he has a penchant for stepping out on his wife, but it's with his servants, not so much with younger folk. And then asking around for guards, or having some pretense to go talk to his guards about whatever. He might have picked up on someone doing something a little wrong.
Yeah. Definitely shouldn't have tried to sneak into the guy's house.
Yeah.
I mean, really, that's I would have had more chance trying to evade capture for the murder of the two
Mhm.
guards than I would
Or
really achieving anything doing that.
mhm.
I don't even know what I thought I was trying to sort of find.
I mean, there's an
Sometimes,
adventure afoot. There's something wrong.
yeah, that's
There's
what it is.
guards on your
Sometimes when the
heels.
path leads a certain way, it's hard to back off the path.
Yeah, you get nervous. You gotta go big or go home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
except in
Asking
this
around
case.
about the strength of Baron Oakenshield's forces might have helped too, because then you would have heard, oh yeah, he's got like 30 men at arms plus 3 retainer knights plus the captain of his guard and uh, the gatekeeper. And he's got a cleric that works with them as well, and
What
might have
level
given
was the
you
cleric?
second or third. I hadn't decided quite yet.
I could have killed him too. Could
Probably
have killed them all.
you could have, but they could have hurt you too.
Wouldn't that have made it for an interesting episode though if there was no alarm spell and I just murdered them all? Would have come out level 2 though. Tell you that much.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Could come out like level 4 or something.
What does the Baron find out post-death about Theric? Anything, or is he just a brigand? Oh, there's not much to find out about him. He's
Yeah.
dead. They parade his body into town, hang him up by the rafters somewhere. People filter out and say, "Oh yeah, he stayed at my inn the other night." Oh wow, can we see his stuff? Oh, well, there's nothing much in here. Does he have any connections? No. Was he trying to sneak in? I guess, but he's got wearing all this armor and these weapons. He's got like javelins on his back and weird thief. What is he trying to do? Who the hell is this guy? And then eventually someone steps forward, and probably the younger priest steps forward and says something along the lines of, he came to the blah blah blah, and maybe not actually. I think the younger priest probably would have kept his mouth shut.
Yeah, I
Didn't
think
want to
probably.
bring anything down on the church, so
They're the only ones that know the truth though, that I'm not a bad guy. Well, I mean,
you weren't
if your goal is pure but you recklessly murder 5 men, are you still a good guy? Probably not.
the the what is it? The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Yeah,
Something
right.
like that. Yeah,
I'm not just gonna let them kill me though, am I now? Do you know what I mean?
you could have surrendered.
Yeah,
Surrender is always an option, one that people forget about.
it's
I mean,
true.
because you probably just would have been locked up in a dungeon. You told your story, maybe found some justified time, and just kind of spent a few years in a dungeon, and then come out a few years older.
Yeah.
Well,
Could we have picked up 3 years later?
yeah,
Would have been pretty funny.
yeah. The original Qualnir, not the one that we were playing on Dicing with Death, but the first Qualnir, the first, spent I think 40 years in jail for
Really?
for forging treaties between a group of dwarves and a group of humans, and like lying about things to try and get a war started between them so he could ally himself with someone. I don't even remember the storyline, but he got caught and just surrendered and spent 40 years in jail.
And then that was like mid-campaign, and then you just sort of picked up 40 years later.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like 40 years later, you walk out of jail, all of your stuff is gone.
40 years later.
Uh-huh.
That's funny. My alignment was just true neutral.
Cool.
Not much to see though.
Well, that's it for one-shots. We will see you guys next week. I think we're going to be doing another one-shots with Nick and Sean from Hardcore
Yeah.
Heroes.
I guess I'm gonna have to make a new character. Maybe I should do that now.
Oh yeah, why don't we do that?
That's a good idea. Because I was planning to just I was thinking that it was gonna roll on from this, but
Not anymore.
not anymore. All right, let's roll. So what are we doing? 46, right?
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
I'll just do it down the line. I won't rearrange.
All right. 12, 19.
Oh,
hold
shit,
on,
no,
hold on.
no,
We're missing a D1 in here.
We'll just work it out, right?
Why don't you just re-roll?
Okay.
Yeah. Hey.
16, 17.
Oh my god.
Almost the same. Oh. Hey though.
That con.
This isn't bad.
4 con. Wow.
5 con.
5 con, okay.
What does that mean?
What does any of this mean? 5
5
con
con.
is -1 to hit points.
Eh.
You don't actually get -2 to hit points until you hit 3 con. Look at that.
Someone said about doing a side mission for Hardcore Heroes. I think the reason we won't do that is because if one of
Because
us
of
were to
this.
die,
Yeah.
it's too kind of shitty.
Mm-hmm. Imagine coming back from a break of one-shots and, by the way, it's only Croak and Van Helsing now. Malachi's dead.
Yeah, we don't want that.
No.
Malachi wouldn't have done this though. 17 and
Mm-hmm.
he's much smarter than Tharic. You see, what this was an example of fantastic role playing. My own part. Okay, have I got enough stats? 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep.
All right, let's get a character sheet. Can you send me?
RegalGoblins.com.
Okay. Maybe I will rearrange because it's just the same character basically as I've already got. Like the one I've just played.
Going to rearrange to get rid of that 5 con.
I mean, 5 perception is fine, isn't it? Really?
Do as you please.
I don't know. What does chat think? Let's wait. We've got to wait a few minutes, seconds. This guy here, -100 XP for bad role playing. Get out. Neil, make me a mod.
Oh, no.
Stats for a paladin. Do I?
Ooh.
Or a ranger?
You have ranger stats for sure. I don't. Paladin, you need a 12, 9, 13, 17. Yeah, you can make a paladin. The question is, do you actually want to play a paladin?
I don't know. Might be nice to turn the tables on Sean for once. Now he's all high and mighty.
Take the moral high ground there.
Yeah. See how he likes that. What about cleric? I like clerics. I think clerics are the best class.
Interesting.
Could I make like an evil cleric?
You can make whatever you'd like.
I'm gonna do that, right? What numbers do I have? So we can separate this out here. Okay. So we've got what? 16, 17, 5, 13, 14, 11, 11. Now, what stat would an evil cleric have gimped? Maybe charisma. Also, maybe strength or dex. 5 strength or 5 dex, though. What does that do? That's just like ridiculous, right?
Let's see.
5 strength would be -2 to hit, -1 damage.
Yep.
Carry 25.
5 dex, a penalty of 2 to your AC. 5 con is only -1 to HP. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
As long as you don't have to roll a system shock or a resurrection survive lever. Which, no one ever does.
Yeah. Because no one's allowed to get resurrected.
Yeah. And there are a few things that require system shocks.
Alright, well maybe we'll keep the 5 con then. And I'll put the 17 in willpower. Keep the 16 in strength. I think I'll just do that. So 16 strength, 14 dex, 5 con, 13 int, 17 willpower, 11 charisma, 11 perception. Okay. Are we going to be in the same town next week? Oh, it's like a mix of races here, right?
Yeah, I have no idea where we're going to be next week. We'll probably do it here unless the story we come up with is for somewhere else.
But there's lots of different races of people here, right?
It's a pretty multicultural area.
What races am I allowed?
Anything but elf.
Even like half orc or something like that.
Sure.
I don't know if I really want to be a half orc. Nah, I always just play human. I think humans are
Humans
most
are the
interesting.
best. Yes.
Yeah. I've just realized I'm doing this in. And I can if I'm editing this in like a Chrome,
No, it won't
tab,
save for
it
some
won't
reason.
save, will it? I need
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
download it.
Yup.
Okay. So what have you got planned for the rest of today?
We got to plan tomorrow's shenanigans. And we should plan some more misclicks.
I haven't watched any of that since the first season. Is it worth watching, would you say? I mean, I know you're kind of required to say yes.
I really liked how Seaborn started, but we've had some hiccups throughout it. Some players missing. I guess that's more just for people who watch week to week. We've had a lot of postponed shows.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. But I think if
That's
you're just watching via VODs, Seaborn is a pretty good campaign. I liked Amnesia a little bit better, but I just really, really liked Amnesia.
That's cool.
It was short and sweet and weird and really not my usual style of DMing. So I just really
maybe I'll
liked
check that
Amnesia.
out after Georg then.
Yeah.
I have to say, like I said, I only watched the first Misclicks. That was when there was like a D&D glut, not glut, like an anti-glut. There wasn't enough content to watch, so I was just like clinging on to it and I could get my sticky fingers on. But Anna was awesome.
Anna always has really good characters. She does well.
She's great, yeah. You should try and get like Jeff and Anna in the same game. Wouldn't that be fun? And that would be really fun.
I think we did that once or twice, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I think Jeff guested on an episode of Pirate Edition, Misclicks Pirate Edition, like season 2.
Oh, wow.
He played a Minotaur, and I think he basically played Anna's current character in Seaborn. Not the same, but you know,
basically the same.
Both Minotaurs who kind of don't really have a sense for jokes and take everything a little bit too literally. But I guess when you're married to someone for a few years, your ideas kind of rub off on one another. It's probably a joint character that they both understand.
Let's see. What shall I call this cleric? Any
Bodie McBoatface.
Boaty McBoatface.
There's a research vessel that's took its name. I think an English research vessel that was going to be named off of an internet poll, and the winner was Bodie McBoatface.
That's got to be. Hey, I just went on Fancy Name Generator and Malachi came up.
Oh, look at that. What was the theme of Misclick's Amnesia? Amnesia? It was the theme. No one remembered anything. They just kind of woke up and were trying to figure out what was going on, and there was mysteries and weird stuff happening and prophecies and princesses and assassins. And it was only like 5 episodes long. They were going through the Fey world, so everything is really weird. There's, plants that were coming to life and singing, and magical floating instruments, and dwarves hatching from shells, hatching from eggs. It was definitely out there.
Sounds interesting.
Well.
All right. What about Aurelius? That's a fucking sweet name. Aurelius.
Will there be a 4th cast member for Hardcore Heroes eventually? You will just have to watch and find out. We will see together as a group, but there are no spoilers on whether or not there will be a 4th cast member. You'll just have to...
For the record, Neil won't even answer that when I ask him, so...
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
No one knows. How would you even go about it, though? it would be difficult, wouldn't it? You'd either have to bring someone back from the auditions, bring Bijan back, which I don't know if you could, or audition someone else. Maybe you should just get Ryan to play with us.
You guys are free to speculate on how that would happen if it were to happen.
That's what I'm doing. I'm just speculating out
Yeah,
loud.
yeah.
Aurelius, okay. Clerics just get all the spells, don't they?
All the spells.
Or do I have
You got to
to
pick
choose,
a god.
Give me what's evil gods.
Here, let me give you a list of all the gods.
I'm gonna choose based on the
Here.
the symbol.
Ooh,
Okay.
you want the symbol?
Well, you posted it in the subreddit, didn't you? I was gonna
Yes.
look at that.
Take a look at that then. If your character
Okay.
does double classing, can you max out both with enough time? Absolutely.
Oh, vengeance. Offsprings of tempo, say.
Yes. If you guys are wondering about the holy symbols of the gods, here's the post for you.
Okay, so what spheres is Velfara?
Um,
Was that in the thing you sent me? Sorry.
no, it's not. Velfara gets doop-a-doop-doo. She gets all animal, astral, charm, combat, divination, guardian, healing, necromantic, plant, protection, summoning, thought, and time.
Are they like there's some of them are major and minor, right?
Yes. They're all major except for thought, protection, plant, healing, guardian, and animal. Those are minor.
So necromancy is major.
Yes, it is.
That's what we're going for then.
All right.
Velfara.
Cleric of Vengeance. And for those of you that were paying close attention, Velfara is the god that the cleric in the one-shots we just did, the one that he asked to guide Thadrin's hand.
Ah, nice.
Yes, the
vengeance.
goddess of vengeance. Not the god of justice or order or death. Vengeance.
Just vengeance.
Yep. Which is
Okay.
that's my subtle way of saying he's got your back and he'll, he's gonna see you through and help you out if he can.
Should have picked up on that, shouldn't I?
Well, you're not a man of the gods.
There you go. Right, okay. Lawful evil is the best alignment. So I'm gonna go for that.
How many hours?
Speed is it 9 for a human?
12.
Yeah. 12?
How many hours playing D&D do you think you've accumulated in your life so far? Not enough. Igty, not enough.
God, it must be so much though, Neil. Like really.
What can I say? It's been a good life.
If you include like world building as well.
Oh my god, if you include world building and campaign planning and just time spent working on D&D related things.
Since you've done this like full time, do you feel like you've progressed as a DM?
A lot, definitely.
Yeah, I see that because I don't get that much free time to watch D&D stuff anymore, especially since we play Hardcore Heroes every weekend. But I've been watching Dicing with Death Georg, and that's the most recent one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And comparing that to some of the older stuff from Solemn, I can see how you've progressed.
Yeah.
I was saying to Neil before to talk to the chat how cool it was the way he kind of like, no spoilers because I haven't finished yet, but the way he kind of forces Georg down a path of darkness by just offering him that amulet and killing Reptar. I thought was awesome.
Yep. That amulet is one of my most prized inventions.
Yeah, I wish I'd have stumbled down that dwarven passageway as Malachi.
I feel the best way to corrupt people is to give them power and just make it so they have to do bad things to hold on to that power.
Yeah.
Because if people, that's how people get corrupted in the real world is They get access to power, but in order to hold on to it, they just gotta do some questionable stuff. But they're doing it for all the right reasons. You know, they're trying to do good in the world, but we gotta do this wrong thing so I can do these right
Yeah,
things, and that is how the world goes to hell.
that is just so true, though. I mean, I think
Yeah,
that's probably true of well, almost every head of state.
yeah. Well, that's how I like to corrupt my players, and I think the current dicing with death is perfect because when you start out, you see Georg as this like kind of friendly, weird dude who's got like a strange personality down in Whiteshore, and he's just like, it's all fine, it's good. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
like play these pranks with these little halflings. They're so cute. And then you check in on him like 10 sessions later, and he's this dark, twisted person who's murmuring about, they were dead when I got here. They were dead when I got here. He like rips them open
yeah.
and sacrifices their souls to the god of chaos in order to charge his amulet to, murder more people later on. And
Yeah, that's why I just watched that bit. That was cool.
you know,
So let's see. Why would I have 5 con? Maybe I had leprosy, eh? Maybe I caught it from Rohanna.
ooh.
What
But
other
you're on the other
reasons could
side of
there
the
be for
world
having?
from Rohana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What other reasons could there be for having 5 con?
You're just a sickly person. You're just kind of
Hmm.
weak and fragile. Maybe you're a hemophiliac. Um, maybe
God of vengeance, though. I feel like it's a weird path to take for someone who's born weak.
maybe that's why.
What vengeance on
Or you
the
followed this
world?
path because you've always been picked on as a weakling your whole life, and you wanted strength and you've wanted to prove to others that you are strong, and so following this path of vengeance is kind of your own sticking it to the world who's never looked fondly on you.
It's kind of weird to have 16 strength and 5 con. It's hard to imagine what that person is. That's why I think it makes sense for Rohanna, because she's in a similar boat, right? She's muscular but weak.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I gave her a crippling disease because she has, I think, 17 or 8. I think she has 18 strength
Really.
and like 5 con or 4 con.
It's something I was going to ask you as well. So I think I noticed at least with Georg when he leveled up to 4, you gave him spells?
Yes, every level you should just grab a few free spells, and I think we did that with Malachi. Remember you?
At level 3, but not at level 2. But that's okay.
Yeah. Well.
It's fine. It's fine. I just wondered if I was going to get it at level 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And also, the spells that I failed to roll on, can I like get another roll at them?
Every time you level, you can try the spells that you failed, if you still have access to try them again.
But that's the thing. Like, I never had them in like a spell book or anything. I just kind of
That's
them out of.
That's a shame.
So I just have to choose them again. Yeah.
Um.
If you're going to give me like a chance to learn when I level up, I just have to
Ooh.
pick those ones again.
I don't want to rule on that. Let me think on that.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Maybe maybe I'm just old.
Ooh.
Maybe I'm old and I was wounded at some point in my life. Just
An
left
old
me.
war wound.
Yeah. It just makes me susceptible to,
Right,
I can't run for very long, or
mhm.
maybe like a punctured lung or something like that. Like a spear through the lung.
Okay. If you're older than 45, you start to get stat changes, like penalties to strength, dex, and con, and bonuses to int and whiz. So, don't be
Yeah.
older than 45 unless you want to take some more con penalties.
Well, let's look at that actual table.
I
Does
think
it start with con, or does it start with strength?
It's a -1 to strength and con at 45, and then when you hit 60, it's another -1 to strength. No, -2 to strength and dex, and a -1 to con. So at
All right,
60,
well,
your strength would
We'll
go
call
down
it
by
like
3.
42 then. I mean, that's pretty old in this day and age.
Okay.
42. I don't think. Well, you said there's no more negatives until you get down to 3 con, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So I could go to 15 strength, 4 con, and 18 wisdom, and 14 int.
That sounds about right. If you are 45 to 59.
Yeah, all right, let's go over that then. We'll go 58.
All right, so that's a -1 strength and con and a +1 int and whiz.
So 15 strength, 4 con, 14 int, and 18 was nice. Wisdom actually gets you something unlike intelligence.
Intelligence
Like,
gives you max spells per level,
yeah, unless
or
you're
max
playing
spell level.
without that. Unless you're playing without optional rules, and then it doesn't give you anything.
Max spell level.
Oh yeah,
Is,
okay, yeah. Just in case you ever get to level 15.
yeah, and
No,
extra
it gives you a
intelligence
chance to learn.
slots and yeah. Oh, chance to learn. That's a big one.
Chance to learn, that's the big one.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter if you roll 99 for every time you roll a spell. Which is what I do.
Yeah.
Let's see, wisdom gets you 18. Wisdom gets you. Yeah, it gets me an extra fourth level.
2 first level spells, 2 second level spells, a third and a fourth.
Nice. Did that 19 though. Holy shit, that's awesome. Could we go down to 3 con?
That'd be -2 to your HP. Be Mr. Old Wizard. Or Old Cleric, man. It's another 2 to Strength and 2 to Dex and 1 to Con.
2 to strength, 2 to dex, 1 to con, and for what? One int and 1 whiz.
I think it's just 1 whiz at that point.
Oh, it's totally not worth it.
What, like 1 int would make a difference?
Yeah, I know. I just mean you're giving up 5 stats for, or was that in total? 2 strength, 2.
2 strength, 2 dex. No. It would be a total of 3 strength, 2 dex, 2 con for a total +1 whiz and +2 whiz +1 int. Yeah, aging wrecks your physical stats. It just wrecks them.
So we're down to 13 strength. And 3 constitution and 13 dex.
Is your dex right now 15?
Oh, 14. So dex would be down to 12.
Yeah. But you'd have that 19 whiz.
Yeah, I'm going to do it, man. Right, 12 dex, 13 strength, 3 con, 14 int, 19 willpower.
Wow. Okay, so that's an extra 3 first level spells, 2 second level spells, 2 third level spells, and a 4th.
Nice.
And you're immune to Cause Fear, Charm Person, Command, Friends, and Hypnotism.
How old can I be?
You can be up to 90 years old. At 90, you get another -1 to Strength, Dex, Con, and another +1 Int and Wiz. So if you want to have 2 Con, you could have.
It doesn't make a difference. It's -1 poison save. I might as well.
Yeah, might as well.
No. I'm gonna draw the line. I'm not
a
rolling.
90-year-old.
90-year-old man.
Hello. I've got this old war wound.
So we're gonna go with 62 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. Right-handed. And I'm just bitter and twisted and really, really sour about the fact that I'm old and weak. So I used to be strong. I'm a battlefield cleric. Maybe I took like a javelin through the lung trying to heal someone. And then quit the armed forces after that through injury. I was just extremely bitter. And what would be a typical god for like a war cleric to follow?
Bellum, the god of war.
Bellum.
Yeah.
So maybe I felt like Bellum turned his back on me.
As
after I
you
took that wound.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Took the wound and aged and just going weaker. And I decided to seek vengeance on a world that cast me out before my time.
These young whippersnappers these days, they got no respect for their elders. Time to go kill them all.
Yep.
Nice. I dig it.
62 isn't that old.
No. My parents are older than that.
Yeah. I don't have to speak in an old man voice. Not a super old man voice. Maybe I'll try and speak like Robert De Niro or something. New Yorker cleric. Okay, what weapons can this god use?
What are good weapons of vengeance?
Scythe.
I think melee only. No missile weapons.
Yeah, that makes
Um,
sense.
and nothing with reach. No pole arms, which that's a
Mm.
minor restriction. So I think clerics of vengeance would probably use not assassins, so it's not small weapons only.
Something like brutal.
Yeah, I would say. What are? I mean, I guess anything is brutal.
That's true, actually.
I mean, you're these are all weapons to kill someone with. They're
But
all
in the
nasty.
way that Van Helsing can only use elegant weapons, it's almost like the opposite of that.
Right.
I suppose like a Morning Star really is. It's quintessentially cleric, and it is kind of gruesome, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Morning Star is a good one.
Or maybe some sort of axes to represent, like, chopping someone's head off, sort of hangman's executioner style.
Yeah.
So anything with spikes or that it's really good at just like hacking into people. Axes, spiked weapons, Morning Stars pretty much I think are the only spiked thing. There are scourges are spiked.
What's a scourge?
It's like a 6 chains with spikes on the end of them. It's like
shit.
6 little tiny Morning Stars, or like whips with thorns on them. It's like a torture implement.
Oh yeah.
It's really nasty.
Well, what is it doing? Scourge. Oh, it's shitty though. It's like really shit.
Yeah, it's really more of a torture weapon than a.
I mean, maybe I'll have one though.
Let's see. A Scourge is D4/D2.
Yeah, that's really bad. But
And it's ineffective against opponents in metal armor, scale or heavier.
probably not going to go for that then.
Yeah.
Would the torture come under vengeance?
Torture?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 So maybe I'll take a scourge as well. But we'll go for our main. We'll go for a Morning Star as our main weapon, I think. Morning Star, is that 2 words?
One
Yes.
word.
2 words.
The book says 1, but I don't really care.
Well, I'm on Purple Worm and it's 2, but maybe that's a mistake.
Yeah.
I don't know. Morning Stars are great though. 2d4.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Slash d6+1. It's pretty cool. Okay. Right, let's... I mean, what else do I need to roll for? Starting funds.
Starting funds. Cleric.
Do I get some sort of fun bonus from being old? I mean, I
like
know...
extra money for being older?
Yeah, because, like,
No.
you've been around longer, you know?
No. No,
Okay.
as a cleric, your money is provided by the church, and whatever you don't spend, you have to give that back all but a few pieces.
Yeah.
And you should have... Where is it? Priest, 3d6 times 10.
Alright. 130.
Not bad.
Not bad. Okay, well, how much is a Morning Star and a Scourge going to set me back? 10 for the Morning Star, 1 for the Scourge. Are we just doing costs from the book, yeah?
Yep.
So, okay, it's supposed to be down to 119.
Hey, I didn't even realize Scourge was in the standard player's handbook. Oh, whoa,
Yeah.
okay, so Morning Star in the player's handbook is 2 words, but in the combat and tactics is 1 word.
Ah, okay. I guess they rethought that.
Yeah.
Let's Google it. Morning Star. Well, Morning Star, the company, is 1 word.
I didn't even know there was a company called Morning Star.
Yeah, they do like investment research.
Isn't there some sort of fictional Morning Star company that...
So,
Nope, wait, that was Parks and Rec. Nope.
Morning Star is like a pretty big company
Okay.
in real life. Well, I think so. No, I'd heard of them before just this moment. So, is a morning? I'm imagining a morning star like a stick with a chain and then a ball, rather than just a stick with a ball.
I think a morning star refers to.
It's like a spiked club, spiked mace.
These terms are.
I like that thing, like you spin it around. Crash someone across the face with it.
Morning star, also known as the Godin tag or holy water sprinkler. The Morning Star is a hafted weapon 3 to 5 feet in length with a heavy spiked head. It is designed for two-handed use and often features a pole-like spike at its end. Like a maul, the Morning Star was built to penetrate a knight's armor, receive a +1 bonus to attack rolls against any type of plate. So no, Morning Star is just a shaft with a spiked ball at the end.
All right,
I think the flail is the...
Yeah. If you Google Morningstar, though, it comes up with both.
Yeah.
Flail, though, looks to be... Well, what are the rules for flail? Flail. Footman's flail.
So a footman's flail has a hinged, not a chain-joined, iron spiked head. A horseman's flail uses iron weights and replaces the linking rope with sturdy chain. So a horseman's flail is like many chains coming off of a stick with the heavy weights at the end of them.
Yeah.
And a footman's flail is like a spiked head on a hinge.
Weird. The footman's flail is the reverse of the Morningstar, so it does d6 +1 /2d4.
Right.
Rather than 2d4 /d6 +1. I think I'll stick to the Morningstar. That's a cleric weapon. Right. Yeah. What else?
What else
HP.
is... Oh, yeah. D8 -2. Don't roll
Minimum
a 1, 2,
one,
or
no.
3. Right. You can't... Otherwise, you're dead. Yeah.
Well, yeah. 2. Okay.
Right.
It's not ideal, but I can go to minus. It's fine. Infinitely more survivable than Malachi. Really.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, proficiencies then. Let's see. Level 1 proficiencies for priest. Trying to find the slots. Here we go. 2 weapon and 4 non-weapon. So Morningstar. Can a priest take expertise?
I think
so.
so. I think that's what expertise is for everyone but fighters.
Apart from... Yeah, but is it only for non-fighter warriors?
Weapon expertise is formed, blah, 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 blah. Regular weapons. Weapon expertise can be learned by paladins, rangers, and multi-classed fighters.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it is just for non-fighter warriors.
Right.
And you said no ranged weapons, right?
Right.
So then...
If you're going to get vengeance, you got to get up close and personal.
Yeah. So, like a dagger's like the traditional sidearm.
Mm-hmm.
Is there something other than a dagger that would serve that purpose?
Why wouldn't you use the dagger?
I don't know, just to be different. Is there like any other kind of small weapon?
Ooh,
a man catcher. What's one of them?
A man catcher is a pole arm that's kind of got hinges on the end of it, and so you shove it into a person, their body comes on the inside, and the hinges like close behind them, and they're caught in this ring of metal on the end of a pole, so you can push and pull them and drag them around. It's used for disarming knights, and the inside of that little catchy thingy often has spikes or a sharpened edge, so you can just like grab hold of someone and shake them to death.
Ugh, that's gruesome. But yeah. You said no, like pole arms, right?
Right. Yeah.
I suppose instead of a dagger, you could just have like a small hammer, but it's not really as useful as a dagger.
Mm-hmm.
I could take a fighting style of sorts. Oh, shield, obviously. Shield proficiency.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Shield proficiency. It's one slot, right?
Right.
Yep. Okay, and I'll take a medium shield. So shield proficiency, what gives you +1 AC with a medium shield and lets you like block 2 more attacks or something like that.
The medium shield, yeah, +2 at AC. You can block. Damn, let me look it up.
Like 3 attacks instead of 2 or something.
Chapter. Here we go. Medium shield, AC bonus of 3. You can block 3 attackers if you're proficient.
AC bonus of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've got 13 strength. Would that allow me to carry splint mail, do you think?
13 strength?
13 strength, so that weighs 40 pounds. What's my max carry on 13 strength? Let's see. I mean, I'm asking you, but I can just look it up just as easy as you. 140, 45 minimum. So no, it's going to be too heavy, really. It's going to be too heavy. Let's see what else. Chainmail weighs 40 as well. Hey, maybe I'm slow. Yeah, because like I used to wear that armor and could move around fine in it, but now that I'm old, it just slows me down. I'm not about to change my armor just because society dictates that I should. Screw those guys. So I'm gonna wear splint mail.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the real world, most people only have 8 to 13 strength, and you would wear as much armor as you could carry, and then if you got into battle and you decide to flee, you drop your weapons and you drop your shields, and then you can run a little bit faster than the people who are trudging after you, and that's how you could actually run away from a battle, is you give up your gear and just flee. And then if the enemy wants to catch you, they have to give up their gear to chase you down, and then if they chase you down, no one's got weapons, and
No one can kill you.
yeah.
Yeah, alright, cool. So it's 19 AC. So it's okay. Alright, splint mail here.
It's only okay.
Yeah, that's fine. So that costs another 80. So that's running my gold dry a little bit. 39 left. How much is a shield? Doesn't say. Oh yeah, medium 7. Okay.
And weighs 10 pounds.
Oh, 10 pounds, man. Alright, that's fine. Right, I'm gonna get rid of the Scourge, I think. Just take a dagger instead. What's this? Offhand. Yeah, I'm gonna be overweight. What's the next level of encumbrance? Where do you see that table?
Money and equipment, chapter 5, near the end. I'm sorry.
Do you not use 6. Like the Purple Worm rules website?
No, I have the books.
I mean, like I've got all the books, but like it's just easier to navigate. Do you not think?
I think it's easier to navigate by book.
All right.
That's just how I roll. 13 strength.
Yeah.
45, 69, 93, 117, 140.
Okay, so 69. It's gonna be fine. Splint mail is 40. Shield is 10. Morning Star is 7. No, 12. So it's a 62. So not going to be carrying too much stuff. Holy symbol, does that weigh 1?
We can just count that amongst your clothing weight.
Okay, how much is clothing weigh?
5 pounds.
All right.
Holy symbol for Velthara is a big red eye ribbed by white.
That's cool.
By white lids.
So maybe my what's Bellum's holy symbol?
Bellum's holy symbol are a steel, arrow, and spear crossed.
What color would like his armor be? Like just like silver.
Yeah, his colors are brown and kind of like a steel gray.
So maybe I've like painted like a red eye on the chest of my split mail.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like Bellum armor, but then I've like graffitied it in Valthara's name.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, non-weapon proficiencies. Okay. Let's see. Well, healing takes 2 slots, and I've got 4.
Plus the number of languages you can speak.
Oh yeah.
And clerics?
For 14 int. It's probably quite a few. 4.
Priest. Yeah, you do start with 4 slots.
So 8 total, including languages.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
So maybe I'll speak Dwarven and is there some kind of like ancient language of the gods or anything like that that like a bunch of old holy texts would have been written in?
There's an older version of Common. Each kingdom had its own language once upon a time before the Common language swept the land. So if you are in Drekis, you'd speak Old Drekis.
Old Drekis. Okay, nice.
Or it's probably if the kingdom's called Drekis, it's probably Drakenian.
Drakenian, yeah. Old Drakenian. Okay, so I've got 6 left, so I'm going to take healing. That takes 2, right?
Yes.
And then I've got 4 more. I'll take reading, writing. Obviously, it's 3 more. I'll take local and ancient history.
Fantastic.
And then 1 more. I haven't looked in the cleric's handbook. Is there any interesting ones in there?
We don't use the rules from the cleric's handbooks.
Oh, okay.
Those things are broken as hell. All the like class and race handbooks give you just ridiculous rules to do all sorts of bullshit with. It's
so I'll take
that's why we don't
what's
play
the last one?
3.5.
I should probably take religion, really.
That would make sense.
Yeah. I was going to take spellcraft, but no, I'll take religion. All right, cool. I mean, I think that's kind of everything, really.
All right.
To do.
Height, weight, sex, handedness, appearance, memorize spells. But I think that's all stuff that you can do on your own.
Yeah, man, we don't need to. I mean, I think I'm trying to imagine who I'm going to look like. I'm kind of thinking like John Malkovich, but with like an angry look and steel armor. Does he play any like evil characters? He does, doesn't he? He plays loads of evil characters. No, maybe not John Malkovich. He kind of looks like a bit of a bitch. Steely jawed and, white sort of beard, white stubbled face, like hard, sunken in cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
Short, cropped, white hair. Stern eyes. Maybe like, what's his name from Game of Thrones? Tyrion's father.
Oh.
Charles Dance.
Ah.
The actor.
Yes.
What is his name? I want to say Tyrus fucking Bellows, but it's not, is it?
No, it's Tywin Lannister.
Tywin, yeah, that's it.
Tyrus.
Yeah, definitely Bellows. Charles Dance, man. He looks cool as fuck.
Yeah, he does.
Tywin Lannister. All right. So
I think-
Malachi looks like Jaime Lannister, and this guy looks like Tywin Lannister.
Yeah, I think he is the best actor of all the actors on Game of Thrones. I think his character is the most believable for what it is.
Yeah, I agree. He's
Yeah.
pretty sweet.
Yeah, he owns that role as this domineering patriarch that will do anything for his family, and
Yeah.
he does it well. You know, if I were to meet him in the flesh, I would be terrified of the man.
He's a really good actor, though. There was a drama on British television a few months ago,
Mm-hmm.
based on an old Agatha Christie novel. Do you know who Agatha Christie is?
Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like 12 people in a mansion. They all get invited there, and then they all start like dying off one by one.
What's it called?
I know that the book's got it's like got an old racist name, and they renamed it.
Yeah, I mean that kind of sounds like all Agatha Christie stories, really.
But Charles Dance's in it, and it's awesome.
Fantastic.
It's
Well, if you can
worth a
find
watch.
that the name of that thing,
Yeah,
get a send over to me.
I don't know. Can you watch like BBC stuff?
We have the freedom to watch the BBC stuff. If we can
Okay.
find it online for download.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Oh yeah. Well, everything's on the internet somewhere. If Netflix or Hulu or Amazon or
well, here you go. I'll link
Pirate
it to
Bay
BBC,
or
BBC
something.
iPlayer. I don't know if it's called And Then Though and None.
Where's the?
I put it in the chat for everyone, but I'll put it in Discord as well. Not Discord, Zoom.
Boone Solo.
Oh yeah.
So many, man. There's
I want to change it, but I'd have to cancel my subscriptions to you and JP, and then
you'd
making
start at
accounts
zero again.
yeah. Hey, look, I'm gonna click the thing. Hang on. It doesn't come up when we're on.
Oh no, it comes up. Oh, the noise doesn't come up, but there we go. Boone Solo subscribe.
I subscribed when you put me on the show. I thought it's the least I can do.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, it's all right.
Ooh, this actually looks good. This is. I
Yeah,
thought it
it
would have
was
been
good.
older.
No, it's only 3 episodes. It's worth a watch.
Oh shit!
Charles Dance is really good in it.
I probably can't watch full episodes through BBC Player.
Yeah, I can't actually. This program is not available on BBC iPlayer.
Buy
a shame.
online. Where to buy? Ooh.
I don't know if you could torrent it.
Well,
I guess I
Well-
shouldn't say that.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, it was good though. I watched it. It was real good.
Cool.
Um,
Well, I guess that's it. You've got your character. We will see. Have you figured out a name yet? Oh yeah.
Aurelius.
Aurelius.
Yes.
Yes, we'll see Aurelius with whatever Sean manages to make. When does he have a character ready?
He mentioned that he might use the one that he sent in
Oh, right.
for his audition. What kind of character was it? Do you know?
No recollection.
No recollection.
None whatsoever. Oh yeah, he was some orphan who murdered a bunch of people. So we're gonna have the old guy and the young guy.
Okay. Yeah.
Great. And hopefully you won't bury anyone alive.
Yep. All
Yeah.
right. Well, Neil, it's been good.
It's been a pleasure.
Sorry that I was stupid and got myself killed too easily.
Oh, everyone's got to have at least one character death. It's better to break it like this than it would be to break Malachi.
Definitely. Yes.
Um,
If it was Malachi, I wouldn't have climbed over the wall.
well,
I felt invincible. I had 19 AC. I had 7 HP. I could go down to negatives.
hubris, guys, hubris.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in.
Yep.
See you guys next week. What are you going to do now? Are you going to stream?
We're gonna bring down the stream, and then we're gonna bring it back up, and we will do something. I actually kind of want to play some Rome, so I think we're gonna do some Rome 2 Total War, and then we'll pop over and do some planning for misclicks. I bet.
Sweet. Well, have fun, everybody.
All right.
I'm going to go watch Dicing with Death Bots.
All right, everyone. See you later. Bye bye.
See you later.